Hi, Patrick Vocabal here. A quick disclaimer. This video is based entirely off my own thoughts and my personal observation, and this does not reflect in the company that I'm currently hired in the radio program to keep Negros. This is entirely on my own opinion. As Christmas season is fast approaching, the number of cases of COVID-19 in Bacolod City continues to decline. The stores and the companies are starting to open and business are slowly recovering. I believe it's still a long way, but Bacolod is slowly winning the battle against this viral disease. The year 2020 has never been a good year to everyone. Typhoons, volcanic eruption, and the threat of war, and currently we are still under a pandemic. Coronavirus have not only caused economic and medical downfall, it also caused division among us Bacolenyos of who is right and who is wrong. The truth behind COVID-19 is not just a battle in public health. It is also a battle of thoughts and concept. One seems to be protecting and saving the people, and the other sugarcoating the idea, leading and misleading people. This is the time where freedom is greatly expressed and the truth is easily bandaged with lies and inevitable lies. We literally become instant critics. We become political analysts, we become president of our own state, and worst, we are easily manipulated by the political troll who took the opportunity of this pandemic to create the illusion of lies to become the truth. People are easily influenced and quick to judge. Yet, we do not respect the passion for what is right. We did not research for facts, we just judge right away on what we watch and read in social media. Just because I don't hate this government, this local government, it doesn't mean that I am a full supporter of Grupo Progreso or Pulahan, this group.
Oh no!
I'm sorry, not that one, this one. Look, I also used to criticize this government, the local government of Bacolod, during the pandemic. That was because out of my frustration and misunderstanding on how the system works in order to fight this pandemic. Another thing is that I was easily blinded by the trolls who keep on feeding lies in social media that led me to a question: does the city government are really doing something to help fight this pandemic? And who are these political trolls? Now, I have to learn something and search for the truth to understand instead of complaining and being part of the problem. Let's start with this political troll. They have their own brand of journalism. They're pushing their personal agenda and their own political belief to manipulate and cause division among people of Bacolod. They have been very creative in providing information to influence and shape public opinion. The Bacolod city government is always on its critical point where the judgments were before their very eyes, that criticism is served on the plate. The brand of journalism of these political trolls seem to pull down facts and seem to sugarcoat hypotheses, setting aside reality and turning reality into black propaganda. This is not journalism. This is pure critic. It seemed to be misinformation, disinformation, and we can call it as infodemic in this pandemic. Social media plays a vital role, especially in these challenging times, where people rely on information and that information is fabricated, misleading them and planting the black seed to the hearts and young minds of people to believe on the misleading news and recurrent lies. We should always believe in the truth, and the truth must be served to people in pure equilibrium and balance. Journalism should be based on facts, not some digital chismes to bring down this government. We, the readers or viewers, allow these trolls to shape our minds to focus on the fake news, and we grow hate on the government without digging facts. We live in a world where facts matter and should matter. If you easily believe without bothering to check if they are true, you are helping to make a world where lies and truth are easier to confuse. Here's a perfect example. When we see these images, it's heartbreaking. People or the watchers have to wait outside the regional hospital in a very hot day and sleep in the street in a cold night. We can't blame the regional hospital because they also have protocols that they followed in fighting COVID-19 and to minimize the spread of the virus. We as humans cling to those kind of news. Worse is that there are trolls who took the opportunity to spread more lies and by manipulating the mind of the people, especially their loyal followers, by blaming the government. Yet, these political trolls failed to inform the people that the government or the LGUs pick up those watchers,
ginpakaon, gingaan tiniran, gingaan tulugan, kaginamuma sa mga LGU sang Barangay 18.
Bali, nag-inquire kami sa barangay, wala kami nakabalo, ginpabalo lang kami sa ngamon nga, do parinti, bala nga try ka mo dabi sa Barangay 18, kaya daw may ara da sila facility para sa nagabalantay. Di nag-inquire kami sa barangay, tapos kami nila gintudlo kami din nila nga may ari din ng gabalantay. Pag abot din namon, tikita namon nari daw to damo gabalantay. Bugnaw din. O mabugnaw mam kay may electric fan mandigin sikap sa amon nga duha ka bilog tapos kuryente. Tapos ang tubig binamon libre man. Kis may kami sikap pintagaan niya kami ka kung ugto bala may free nga nga kanon para sa amon. Ti dako gid nga bulig sa amon mam
they keep on spreading that kind of negativity and to put blame to the local government. And because of frustration, people tend to believe those lies as truth. And as a result, we have this kind of comments and opinion. They hate the government without knowing how the government works. I am not against freedom of speech and information, but I and all of us deserve the truth. We made various criticism on the IATF and the local government, though some seem to be true, but we still tend to overthink that help turns out to be political nexus. The military come to us for help, but we cry for epidemiologists and healthcare expert. I think the IATF itself is composed of those kind of people. We should be thankful for them, for without them, ECQ, MECQ, GCQ, MGCQ, Barbecue, Banana Q, and of course, ang cute ko. Actually, it would not be as serious as what other countries are experiencing. Their presence turned out to be a success. The city government is making their bravest steps to combat COVID-19. They even have casualties on their side. There may be some incompetent plans, but look, where are we now? Think and reflect. And starting today, December 1, 2020, Bacolod City downgraded to MGCQ. The government is just part of the circle. The leading essential key to the recovery curve of the virus is us. It is us who must observe the health protocols to win COVID-19. Now, speaking of protocol, a week ago, Mayor being declared mandatory wearing of face shield, face mask, and social distancing should be strictly observed. People who hated the government and who are already been manipulated, they will have this kind of comment. It's hard to comprehend what kind of mindset these people have. The kind of mindset they have is actually a threat to a public health because they have the tendency not to follow the protocol led by the government. they have the potential to spread the virus. And one of the comment nga ako nabasahan is that so that magmanggaranon ang Porsche store. Para sa kay Porsche store lang tanan mabakal ang face shield. I'm like, what? So you mean gin kompra tanan sang Porsche store? Why won't you walk down the downtown area kung wala may gabaligya face shield aside sa Porsche? Most of every street in the downtown area are selling face shield. It's not exclusive only to Porsche store. My God! What we see here and read against and for the city government of Bacolod boils down to pull the administration down. But look again, where are we now? Think and reflect. Aren't they good enough helping empty plate and stomachs? Aren't they equipped of serving sleepless night in emergency meetings and conferences? What is wrong is right. And what is right is sugar-coated with misleading facts to ferment pandemic and consider this as an opportunity for authority and break down government and city mayor because of personal and political grudges. What we think is wrong turned out to be somehow eradicating the sudden rise of the cases of COVID-19. We are the sailor of the ship, and that we should sail in accordance to what we believe will be safe and not to put the blame to the water if we drown. Bacolod City EOC is slowly winning the battle against COVID-19, and just recently, Pagadian City thanking Bacolod and Cebu for the template in helping them battle the viral disease. And Bacolod EOC template was also followed by the cities and municipalities in the province of Negros Occidental. COVID-19 has brought social and emotional challenge beyond comprehension. And what we need is caring, giving, and discipline. Caring in a way we should wear a mask, and giving in a way that social distancing gave a safer line, and discipline by obeying government protocol. Are we that complacent? Is the pandemic made us more humane or made us more forgetful of the best things that happened? The rising threat of COVID-19 is still prevalent. I believe that we should make a step, and that step is the change in our mindset, changing the way we see health over political gain. And last, we should thank ourselves for obeying what should be done and for being law-abiding citizens. This is the best time also to thank our frontliners for being out to continue their day-to-day work, and also our officials, the city officials, who shares sleepless nights in planning the best of the best strategies to flatten the curve. And lastly, to our medical frontliners who were so brave and selfless, risking their lives to provide life-saving measure for all and to care for the most vulnerable people.